shaped. All this time with you, I took the pain. Knew that it was wrong to stay. So I told myself I'd walk away. I think I'm ready now, ready now, ready now. And I'm so over you dragging me down. Just wanna let it out, let it out, let it out. Feel so free, gonna shout it out loud. Without you, I'm limitless. There's nothing that you could do to break my spirit or shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you that I am fearless. Without you, I'm limitless. There's nothing that you could do to break my spirit or shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you that I am fearless. I am fearless. I am It's like a battle every day. Fighting as we watch our feelings fade. You always made it my mistake. Promise myself I'm not to blame. I think I'm ready now, ready now, ready now. And I'm so over you dragging me down. Just wanna let it out, let it out, let it out. Feel so free, gonna shout it out loud. Without you, I'm limitless. There's nothing that you could do to break my spirit or shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you that I am fearless. Without you, I'm limitless. There's nothing that you could do to break my spirit or shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you that I am fearless. I am fearless. I am Felt like I was stuck in chains. All this time with you, I took the pain. Knew that it was wrong to stay. So I told myself I'd walk away. I think I'm ready now, ready now, ready now. And I'm so over you dragging me down. Just wanna let it out, let it out, let it out. Feel so free, gonna shout it out loud. I will shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. I am fearless.
We're back! Welcome, one and all, to the Season 48 Majors Draft Stream. I say we're back, but I mean, we haven't been gone for too long, the PvE. It's just I haven't done one of these streams in a while. It's been a couple of seasons since I brought a Majors Draft Stream to you all. I am AJay87, your host for today, and I am joined by... that's not the right scene. Sorry about that. And I'm joined by multiple Majors GMs, which we will be hopping into chat with here momentarily. First of all, big thank you to both Swishman and Hummus for subscribing. Much appreciated to both of you. We have a hype train potentially inbound, so keep it rolling if y'all want the hype train to keep on rolling. And now we will be introducing the GMs that are on the call with me tonight. So first of all, we have one of the general managers from the Nashville Stars. We have Zach. Zach, how are you doing today?
Doing good. It's Thursday. It's almost the weekend, and it's draft night.
It is indeed. Almost the weekend. Getting close. We also have from the Toronto Pathfinders, we have HBJ. How are you today, sir?
This is my second draft, and I still have to get used to this. I, I'm not used to not having any hand holding with this stuff, so at least Punk knows that I don't have to handle any of the trays. I'm no longer a co-host.
Yeah, we're ready to roll on into today's draft, but we have a couple more introductions as well. Enoch from the New York Voyagers, one of the GMs from there. Enoch's here.
Hi. Hi.
Hi, Enoch.
Hi.
You seem a little bit distant. I don't know if that's just like mic quality or what. But
No, I'm on my phone.
okay.
Yeah, sounded like a phone.
I am kind of roaming around. I don't have the luxury of being from here.
All right, a little bit different quality of mic from Enoch from what we're used to here. Thank you very much to Nosbase for gifting a tier 1 sub to Lord Larson and a tier 1 sub to Overdue. Much appreciated. Thank you very much, Nosbase. And also, we have the GM of Head Office, aka the Commissioner, is on the call tonight. I wasn't gonna go as far as booing.
You have to do it.
Hi, Hummus. How are you?
Let me check chat. I don't see enough booze in chat. That's disappointing. You can't treat me better than real life commissioners. You got to treat me worse. I want booze.
He feeds off the booze.
Good evening.
He's gonna walk out on stage as AA Bummus. I love that.
Oh, now they're asking me to turn me up.
Yeah, I did bump you a little bit, but I'm gonna bump you even farther because I am. All right, can you say something, Hummus?
Test. Am I good now?
I bumped you a little bit. I'm also bumping Zach a slight bit too, since Nosbase said Zach is a little bit quiet. But
Oh, weird. I might just need to move closer. Everyone's loud at
Zach's
me, to
fine
be
for me.
honest.
All right, well, without any further ado, let's get on into it. Season 48 Majors Draft. We have our first round right here. Now, I will say there were a couple of trades that I don't think made it into the presentation based on some of the quotes that I got from some of the GMs. So all the trades will be visible on JSync after the stream, not immediately after, but soon after the stream. So if something looks weird and you think maybe that team shouldn't have that pick, it was probably a trade that was just maybe didn't make it into the to the draft presentation. But anyway, we have the Death Valley Scorpions, who did own the number 1 overall pick coming into the draft, and they still own it. They are not trading it. And with the number 1 overall selection, we have Hummus. Always a Bummus, starting pitcher from the Swift Steeds, Hummus God, the commissioner. We have a quote from Person Man who says, quote, "What do you mean we drafted Hummus? No, this guy is Bummus, totally different." So, Hummus, any comment on heading to the Death Valley Scorpions? I'm sure you're excited to head there for the first time, right?
Yeah. When they scouted me, I actually I told them, I'm like, it was a funny conversation because I told them they're on my bucket list for the PBE, and Person Man's like, let's be real. I'm sure every team you haven't played for is on your bucket list. I'm like, yes, you know me too well. But yeah, it's incredible. I mean, I've known Person Man for as long as I've been in the league, and you never got to play for him. We've worked closely together on so many different projects over the years. I know how he operates as a GM. He obviously does an incredible job. His championship rings are proof of that. So to be in that organization is going to be incredible. So I'm super honored. And Rodria being there with him now, it's going to be fun.
Rodria.
Yeah, I got added to a group chat. I don't like that. I know when I add people to group chats, they get scared. And so, like, when I get added to a group chat, I also get scared. I don't know why. I'm like, am I in trouble?
I'm sure you're wondering why we brought you here today.
I'm like, why am I being like interrogated? But it was fun. Thank you both for scouting me. It was a blast.
Yeah, imagine Jay Bestrat in the chat says, "Hummus, how are you going to make money in this league?" Imagine asking the commissioner of the league how well they're gonna earn with their player. I wonder. Pug says, "Do you know how to get to the Hall of
Good
Fame?"
question.
Oh,
Thomas,
well,
did you have stocks by chance?
I actually did. I had 25 of lunar base, so I kind of made a pretty penny.
Punk asked if you know how to get to the Hall of Fame. Maybe, but he also knows what team you need to go to get to the Hall of Fame.
Hey, yeah. What team is it that you may want to
that?
say it to the new
We-
team?
we-
They don't know.
I don't think people are gonna let this go. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever live that down.
We're gonna
Yeah,
we're gonna
I'm
move on
the
from that.
team. Yeah, let's move on. Thank you.
Of course.
By the way, I'm gonna pay you GMs while we move into the second pick. So if I don't speak, it's because I'm paying you guys.
Really quiet.
All right, fair enough. Number 2 overall, the Vancouver Vandals are next to select, and the Vandals will select Stephen Strange. Ricer13 is the user, shortstop from the Swifties. 2 Swifties going in the first 2 picks. We have a quote from one of the GMs, Cody, who says, "Taking a new create this early is risky. However, Ricer is not new to sim leagues, as they have 5 years of experience. We had a great conversation with Ricer and thought he will be a great addition to our team as well as our locker room. And as this was a pitching heavy class, we thought getting one of the best position players early was a great thing to get this draft started. We want to welcome Ricer to Vancouver." So congratulations to Ricer, Stephen Strange, heading to Vancouver to become a Vandal on the call-up. Ricer's graphics are top tier. You can see that right on display right there, as Ricer's actually the one who did their own render. So this shouldn't be a surprise to Ricer as to where they are headed in the Majors draft here, since they did their own render. But congratulations to the Vandals and to Stephen Strange for being selected here at number 2. Next up, number 3, the Buffalo Surge will be the next ones to make a selection, and they will take Colby Kaufman, user Chaotic One from Bruce City, starting pitcher. We have a quote from one of the GMs, AW, who says, "Was super excited to be able to draft Kaufman here at 3rd. Had a great chat with them, and although their disdain for Tropicana Field should have dropped them, that is how much we liked this user/player. The future of Buffalo is taking shape, and Kaufman will join Irons as a fellow Bear in the future Surge rotation. Go Bears, go Surge, go Tropicana Field, and go Kaufman." Well, I can say for sure that I agree with 2 of those 4 goes at the end. Bears and Kaufman as a Chaotic One. Also a teammate of mine as a Bruce City Bear. Very happy to see them picked this high at pick number 3. Very well deserved. So next up, we have number 4 overall. We have the New York Voyagers. Enoch, you want to announce your pick here?
Yeah, at number 4, the New York Voyagers will select Nolan Teggy. User is Nolan Teggy. So I had a really good chat with him. We're looking for a future center fielder. So we're looking forward to really having. We're looking forward to just having him on the team, and really happy to have him around, and he's our new Twitch moderator head, so as myself, I tend to have a habit of drafting Hepcats, so yay.
Well, congratulations to Nolan Teggy of the Hepcats for being drafted at number 4 overall to the Voyagers. That'll bring us to number 5. The Detroit Demons are now next up on the board. And with the number 5 overall selection, Detroit will select Strider, a relief pitcher from the Kingpins, user D-Director. We have a quote from Taco Shop who says, "I had a great conversation with Director and had him top 3 of my board. He has led his previous classes in TPE, and he isn't expecting to change that with this create. He also wants to swap to starter eventually, which is a huge need of ours." So relief pitcher switching to starting pitcher makes a lot more sense for a relief pitcher being picked this high. Always good to have both the flexibility for relief pitching and starting pitching. So congratulations to Strider for being selected here at number 5 overall to the Detroit Demons. And so that will bring us to number 6 overall. The Seattle Sea Serpents will be next up on the board. And with number 6 overall, the Sea Serpents will pick Pee Wee Reese. Shortstop from the Swifties, another Swiftie, user KC15. We have a quote from Musha who says, Casey is a great user. I have personally spent time around him in NOLA, and his last player finished his career here in Seattle. When our pick came up and he was available, it was a no-brainer for us to bring him back to Seattle. We are excited to have Casey back. So congratulations, number 6, Pee Wee Reese. KC15 heading to the Seattle Sea Serpents upon the call up. So we have our first 6 here in the first round, and we're moving right along to number 7 overall, the Indianapolis Apex, with their first selection of the Season 48 draft at number 7 overall. They are going to take Harry Callahan, second baseman from the Dillos. D. Stevenson Jr. is the user. We have a quote from Fetty who said, I had some great conversations with Doug and felt he would be an excellent fit in our locker room. With a ton of impressive users still on the board, we had several future needs in the infield, and we felt this would be the best fit for us. He has been max earning since the day he set foot in the league, and I'm confident he can continue to build on his all-star potential. The league has had recent success with people from the VHL, and Doug has shown an impressive ability to write articles with some of the best here. He has also been very active in the minors and is already scouting the next class. He may have a future in helping Indy continue to grow as an organization and become a powerhouse for seasons to come. Welcome to the Apex, Doug. So we have another one. Another pick is in with the Apex selecting Harry Callahan from the Dillos. So congratulations to Harry Callahan for being selected here at number 7 overall to the Apex. And next up, number 8 overall, we have another pick from the Demons. Now, I believe this was one that was traded to the Demons. This wasn't one that they had initially. But again, those trades will be shown on JSync later. I'm not sure of the whole details for this trade. But we're going to head on into number 8 overall anyway. So at number 8, the Detroit Demons trade for this pick, and they will select Thorne Belfour, relief pitcher for the Hepcats, overdue, 228 TPE. Another quote from Taco Shop who says, our second of the top 3 players in this draft fell to the 8th pick, and we had to get it done. Overdue puts out amazing media articles, and I can't wait for him to be a part of the Demons' future. So
the trade was this pick for New Orleans trading this pick for Goat Tank. That was the trade.
Okay, was this straight up?
This is straight up, yes.
Okay,
just
so this pick was
for Goat Tank.
Okay, so Goat Tank was traded to the New Orleans Rougarou in exchange for this pick, and the Demons selected Thorne Belfour with the pick. So there you go. That was the trade. Thank you, Hannah G. Hannah G. Making mention of that in chat as well. Taco Shop had mentioned Eldorian in their quote, saying that they knew that they wanted to head back to the Rougarous, and I was confused because I was like, they picked overdue. What are they talking about? And I realized a little bit later that I think a couple of the trades might have been left out. But there you go, Thorne Belfour at number 8 overall to the Detroit Demons. Next up at number 9 overall, the San Antonio Sloths are up with their first pick of the draft, but they will trade it. This number 9 overall pick is being sent to Vancouver alongside San Antonio's Season 49 first round pick in exchange for Artemis Aria, $2.5 million in Season 48 cap, and Vancouver's Season 50 third rounder. We actually have a quote from one of the GMs who made this trade, Lumo from the Sloths, said, we saw a golden opportunity to get a great young starting pitcher onto the team and help shore up our rotation for seasons to come. We're really excited to bring her onto the team, and we can't wait to see how she'll do. So we have Artemis Aria headed to the Sloths alongside $2.5 million in Season 48 cap and a Vancouver third in exchange for the San Antonio first rounder for Season 49, as well as this pick right here, number 9 overall, now belonging to the Vancouver Vandals. And with number 9, the Vandals will select Johnny Tatum, starting pitcher for the California Firehawks. He's your BFan8475 And we have a quote from Cody who says, after a conversation with B-Fan, I was really impressed with his motivation to compete and to be a great user in PBE. When I posted looking for a co-GM, he was one of the applicants. While I wanted more of an experienced user in PBE, what he wrote in his application was nothing short from phenomenal. So not only is this a welcome to the Vandals, we want everyone to welcome our newest co-GM of the Vancouver Vandals, B-Fan. So B-Fan stepping in and becoming one of the new GMs alongside Cody. So we have a new GM picked here at number 9. So congratulations to Johnny Tatum for heading to the Vancouver Vandals. Next up, at number 10, we have the Death Valley Scorpions once again. They picked at number 1, and they're here again at number 10, and they will select Lawn Gnomes, user Charles, catcher from the Kingpins. We have a quote from Person Man who says, Charles is one of the users in this draft that was on our previous DVS team. We absolutely loved having him around the first time, and Lawn Gnomes can help to fill one of the last holes in our offense for the future. We were surprised to see him fall to 10, so it was a no-brainer to bring Charles back home. So a big congratulations to Lawn Gnomes, Charles, for being selected here at number 10 overall to the Death Valley Scorpions. Almost your first teammate of the being drafted alongside you. So Lawn Gnomes, congratulations. And then it brings us to number 11. Zach, you ready to lead us on into your first pick of the draft here?
Definitely, yeah. With the 11th overall pick, the Nashville Stars select Arson Judge, user Bonesy Jonesy, right fielder. What a great red shirt.
I saw this earlier today and I couldn't. It just made my day.
That's so funny.
Made my day. This is incredible.
So I personally had a really good conversation with Bonesy. They're pretty flexible on where they can play as long as they can hit for power, and we're more than willing to accommodate that request. So we're really excited to see them hit many dingers in the soundstage for years to come. So welcome to Nashville, Bonesy.
It is only just hitting me now, the sheer awesomeness of this render. like I saw it earlier and I just kind of glimpsed over it because I was doing like the little script thing that I do for each of these drafts where I compile all the quotes for the GMs into one document. And I get to that one and I'm like, okay, Arson Judge, moving on. And I just didn't even realize the combination of meme along with the actual name is phenomenal. So congratulations, Arson Judge, for being selected to the Nashville Stars here at number 11. Next up, number 12, the Cancun Toros, with their first pick of the Season 48 Majors draft, are going to select JC Swishman, starting pitcher from the Florida Flamingos. You guys may have gotten a little bit of a spoiler for the next pick too. My mistake. JC Swishman. We have a quote from Twitchy who says, the Toros are excited to select JC Swishman from the Flamingos. Swishman has a talented arm who loves to light up the radar gun. The flamethrower is projected to be a future ace for the Toros and an asset in the locker room. Swishman looks to be another live arm for the Toros pitching staff. So a big congratulations to JC Swishman, who I know is in chat as well, for being selected here to the Cancun Toros at pick number 12. And we're going to roll right on into the next one because I already spoiled it. But
Shout out Draft Graphics, man. Shout out Draft Graphics, the annual shout out.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm pretty loud, sorry.
Let's read it down just a hair. But absolutely big shout out to the Draft Graphics team once again for all of the making this presentation. Always
like we're good now.
Always do fantastic work. But number 13, we're gonna roll right into it because I kind of spoiled it briefly there. But the Vancouver Vandals are gonna select Max Velo, Attica Online starting pitcher from the Wheelers. I don't know how many eagle-eyed chatters actually saw the pick and realized who it was. It's like when I accidentally scrolled forward. I think more than a few, but Vancouver Vandals select Max Velo. Cody says, even though Attica is not planning to max earn, getting him here at 13 is a steal. Attica is the most down-to-earth user in all of PBE. He is going to help our locker room in ways that no user can. I couldn't put this pick in quick enough. I am beyond excited to work with Attica and want to welcome him to the Vandals. So a big congratulations to Max Velo. Great pick indeed. Max Velo heading to the Vancouver Vandals at pick number 13. All right. Now, before we get on into the next slide here, first of all, at 14 overall, the Cancun Toros are going to trade this pick. Now, I want to warn everyone before heading into the next slide, and I want to remind everyone that the trades will be posted on JSync later after the stream. So if
Don't worry, it'll make sense.
So if it doesn't all register on the next slide, don't worry, you'll have time to look it over later.
It's ridiculous.
So we have
There is a logic to this.
Trade.
This is actually a very smart trade between all
I
of them.
forgot about this.
All right, well, why don't you explain it then, Enoch? Because we have a 3-team trade here, and we just have a mess of picks and cap and everything going everywhere. Please explain, Enoch.
Well, I mean, I'm not part of it all, but
Well, you said there was a
ultimately,
logic to it.
no, there's a logic to it. Ultimately, Cancun wanted to move down. That is what sparked some of this, and at the same time, DVS needed to. DVS had their 17 and 18, and long story short, the GM pick has to be since Person Man has to pick himself, and the GM pick has to be the highest second. So picking himself at 17 doesn't really make sense. So he needed to trade down. So ultimately, what this do is DVS actually moves up a couple. You can see getting 14 and 16, while in the second round they move all the way down to 32. So Person Man can be drafted at number 32. Cancun gets 18. They move down. Plus they get cap. Where did that cap come from? Why did they get cap? Sure, why not? So now they got $2 million in season 50. Yeah. For Toronto side, they gain I think they gain a third. They gain cap for this season, and they just moved down one.
16 and 32 moved down one spot.
They moved down one and gain a third, and got some cap. So
yeah, that's actually a huge trade for us because we did the math about it. You go from paying a first rounder to paying a second rounder instead, so you don't have to pay them as much.
Yeah, you save a mil. So there is that logic that you save a little bit by moving down one. So
plus you get more. We essentially saved $1.5 million. Well, 500,000 because of the cap for this next coming season, and then that pick we pay 500,000 less. So.
It's a lot of moving parts, but it does make logical sense.
Trust me, it makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
I know my audit team's looking at me on stream right now, and they're just like, "We really hate you right now."
It's not illogical. It's just a lot to look at one point. So
I would just like to say that that reminds me of like a math problem you would get, and Enoch did a really good job explaining it, and he did a great job where my brother would struggle helping me with math homework in middle school. So
what this leads to is the Scorpions having 3 straight picks at 14, 15, and 16 in addition to their 1 and 10 first rounders. So Scorpions really eating up this first round. But at number 14, Death Valley is going to select Billy the Kid, starting pitcher from the Hepcats, Billy the Kid 1701. We have a quote from Person Man who says, "Starting pitching was our biggest priority coming into this draft, and we were very excited to see Billy still on the board somehow at 14. Billy is one of the best new users in this draft, period. I had a great conversation with him during scouting, and we see him playing a huge role in our rebuild." So congratulations, Billy the Kid. You've been drafted at pick number 14 to the Death Valley Scorpions.
Welcome.
Now at number 15... the Death Valley Scorpions will make their next selection. It's going to be Literal Flamingo from the Lemurs, which you wouldn't think that Literal Flamingo would be on the Lemurs. You'd think they'd be on the Flamingos. But catcher, user Vice.
They aren't even on the... Yeah, that was such a thick whip. That's you blame Parkway for that one.
100%. Everything's his fault, actually. So
it's true.
Fair enough.
Literally, someone made
agree.
a flamingo and he doesn't drive them.
What do you mean you always got to bring that up? Have I brought that up before? I don't remember bringing that up. Anyway, Literal Flamingo. We have another quote from Person Man who says, "We didn't necessarily need to get another batter in this draft, but my discussion with Vice swayed me in the right direction. With this, we should be about completed with our batting needs, and now we just wait until everyone's ready to be called up to start scoring runs on the rest of the league." So that will be number 15. Congratulations to Vice, Literal Flamingo, for being selected at number 15 overall.
Better score a lot because Hummus is on the team.
It's true. Number 16 overall, the Death Valley Scorpions.
Do not select this pick.
Yeah, with all the build up to this, the Scorpions actually traded. So Zach.
Yeah, I think I can explain the thought process behind this one. So we would like to get more hitters now than in the future. With kind of where our core is at, we wanted to get more bats because we do have some guys that are regressing. So we figured, why not send them on next year's first? Because what we do in Nashville is we trade first-round picks. So, yeah, and we do anticipate our first next season being hopefully around this spot. You know, you never know, but yeah. So it felt like a pretty good deal for us when we get a hitter. So with that, with the 16th pick, so the last pick in the first round, the Nashville Stars select Martinez Momspooner, left fielder. This was a fun pick. Actually, I got to talk to, I think that he's in a war room, or maybe it's his GM, because I can't remember what Bazooka Joe's jobs are in the league anymore. But I got to talk to him a little bit before I got to talk to Martinez, Momspooner. And he does have an 80 grade name, first and foremost. But I did enjoy my conversation with him. He's very flexible in where he wants to play. He's a part of their war room, which shows some initiative in him enjoying the league. And, you know, they're looking for a good locker room, which I think we can provide. So I think this is definitely a good fit, and it's going to be a huge plus for us as we navigate future seasons. So welcome to Nashville, Momspooner.
Dang, they're in the Brew City War Room? I didn't even get an invite to that. I was a bear for 2 years. But congratulations to Martinez Momspooner for being selected here at number 16 to the Nashville Stars. Another fellow Brew City Bear teammate. Congratulations. Next, so there's the first round. Leave that there for just a moment in case you want a screenshot or anything, but I did not ask not to be in the war room or draft room. I didn't say that. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, before the draft, I did say that.
Oh, I see how.
I said before the draft I didn't want to be in there because I didn't want to be spoiled, but then I never got added back. They didn't invite me
once you're
back.
out, you're out, I guess.
I guess so, yeah. I'm out.
Unless you're a GM. Unless you're a GM.
That's fair, yeah. Maybe I need to take over the Brew City Bears and just take the world by storm.
Poor Punk. He's
Um,
still in the old man's job again.
all right, next up, you're hired, I'm free. All right, next up, the second round. HBJ, number 17 overall, the Pathfinders are selecting. You want to lead us on into this one?
Yeah, so it's funny because we needed somebody. I don't know if I can say this yet because I don't know if the trade's official. Zach, do you know?
Wait.
Trade?
Say that again?
I have you guys picked one.
The trade we made, was that before or after the draft?
Oh, I mean, it's processed, so it should be fine. There's nothing like.
So,
wrong with saying anything.
I just don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but with the loss of Mo Love, we needed to get somebody, because we did make another trade, but we needed somebody specifically. There's so few magician outfielders left that we ended up having JD scout this guy, and JD just spoke volumes about how great this user was. So with our pick, we selected Ethan Shadow. And that render specifically was one of the best reasons why. They were constantly earning well. And for a second round pick to have 200 TPE like he does, that's a definite steal in my book. Plus a magician outfielder. You can't really go wrong with that. Yes, we have Catter right now, but he'll start regressing at some point. So we need prospects and a flash. So we got pretty much a full outfield now with our picks from last season. So Ethan Shadow is going to be a great pick for us. That's just the way I see it.
So congratulations, Ethan Shadow, for being drafted to the Pathfinders here at pick number 17. That will bring us to number 18, the Cancun Toros. And at number 18, the Toros will select Timmy Bendis, shortstop from the Lemurs user Timmy. We have a quote from Twitchy who says, Cancun is thrilled that Timmy Bendis fell to 18th in the draft so that we could draft him. The center fielder is projected to be an 80 runner with an elite hit tool, a dangerous threat that already has PBE catchers nervous with him in the batter's box. He's got a great glove in center field, and Timmy is a star on and off the diamond. So congratulations, Timmy Bendis, for being selected here to the Cancun Toros at pick number 18. Next up, the Buffalo Surge at number 19 will make their next selection. And at number 19, the Buffalo Surge select rental trade, relief pitcher from the Flamingos, user KC Colby. We have a quote from AW who says, "He's back." The successful user behind Deleted Index, Casey Colby, comes back home to Buffalo. I have really enjoyed working with Colby over the past bit since getting the job, and he has been great to have in Buffalo as a user, helper, and friend. We were hoping we could snatch him up here at this pick, and we were able to grab the number one. Number one TPE getter at number 19. Great value and someone that will be huge for the future of this Surge team. So congratulations, Casey Colby, for being drafted to the Buffalo Surge, heading back to Buffalo with the new player. Number 20 overall. Enoch, you want to bring us on into this one?
All right. So at number 20, we for this pick, we actually was trying to, the person that we got here, we were trying to trade for since, I don't know, probably like middle of the first, and was basically unsuccessful throughout the time. And then I just kept watching him fall. And then lo and behold, I actually didn't need to trade anything, which is actually quite nice. So with the number 20 pick, the New York Voyagers select P-Dubs Woods, starting pitcher, Patman, and all the numbers behind it. He had a fantastic rookie season. I think you could see there with the ERA with 2.03, just a 1.06 WHIP, just actually incredible. At the time, so I realized along the way that he actually didn't claim his intro PT and stuff, so his PPA was a little bit lower at the time. And also he had like 32 million in the bank and already from doing just different graphics and stuff. I had a really good chat with him. We scouted him relatively early on, and so we had a really good first round grade for him, and I got a chance to kind of chat with him again, like right at the beginning of the draft. So we're really ecstatic to be able to get him and to place him with as our future rotation. So welcome to the team, Patman.
Congratulations, P-Dub Woods, for being selected here at pick number 20 to the Voyagers. Next up, number 21 overall, Detroit will make their next selection, and they will take Lou Williams, second baseman from the Bears, user Will. We have a quote from Taco who says, "After taking two pitchers in the first round, I knew we had to take a fielder in the second round and was pleasantly surprised that Will was still available. I had a great conversation with them and think that their activity can help the Demons continuously improve in the future." So another Bear getting selected here. Congratulations to my teammate Lou Williams, now heading to a competitor in the Champions East in the Demons. So from teammates to division rivals, looking forward to it, Will. So congratulations to Lou Williams, and that will bring us to number 22. And we have the Buffalo Surge making their next selection. Just kidding, they're going to trade it. Number 22 overall is going to the Vandals. In exchange, the Buffalo Surge will receive 34 overall and Vancouver's second in season 49. So Vancouver is trading up about, 12 slots? That's impressive. 12 slots for a second rounder to grab another pick here in the second round. And with it, the Vancouver Vandals select Andy Beans, starting pitcher from the Swifties, user CourtJester19, 206 TPE. We have a quote from Cody who says, "We were just sitting here and looking at all of our top targets go in the draft, but when this pick came up, I hadn't spoken to Court Jester yet because I couldn't find his Discord. So when I did find it, we had a lot more than a scouting conversation, and he blew us away. So obviously we had to trade up, and quite frankly, I'm glad we didn't give a first-round pick next year because I would have given Buffalo a first next season to acquire this pick and draft Court Jester. We believe he is going to be a great user in PvE and help our locker room tremendously. Welcome to the Vandals. So congratulations, Andy Beans. Court Jester.
This was a really good pick. I remember I wrote I wrote in my war room, it's like, stupid Cody going to pick him right before we do.
Big draft up to snipe from 23 New York. But New York, Enoch, I'm sure you're very happy about this pick, though. At number 23, you want to lead us on into it? You're muted. I don't know if you know that.
Okay, so at number 23, we decide we actually took a little longer than I probably because I was debating with a few things here, but we kind of went with we went with someone that been around the league for a while, and we wanted a good mix of new and new users and vets on the team, and so with the number 23 pick, we selected Ransom Jones, Scola, and I know like he's gonna be. I'm looking forward to him being our future closer, future stopper, and whatever he may be once he gets up there. And I know that's what he wants for his career. And I know I know he's not going to max earn, but again, like someone who has veteran experience and giving him a home here, just really excited to have him on board. So welcome to the team, Scola.
You don't really need to necessarily max earn as a relief pitcher. I mean, it helps, but
definitely not. No.
Yeah, but if you're going to be a starter, then absolutely.
But yeah, this is more about the user than the position itself. But yeah.
And a great user too in Scola. So
I'll be honest, I'm salty about this because I thought he would fall even further, and we had a really good chat with him. It's just that Enoch is too good. Enoch is too good.
Enoch is too good. That brings us to number 24 overall. Vancouver Vandals are back with their next selection, and at number 24 overall, they will take Clay Holmes, relief pitcher from the Wheelers, sub 500. We have a quote from Cody who says, "As we are rebuilding, we are looking to rebuild a locker room, and Subby is the perfect person to help us with that, being a former Miners GM. We look forward to Subby being a part of the rotation as well and hope they lead us to promised land at some point. We want to welcome Subby to Vancouver." So big congratulations to Subby 500, Clay Holmes, for being selected here at pick number 24. Dr. Dynastic, thank you very much for rating. Welcome to all 225 raters that are here. Welcome to the Season 48 PBE Majors Draft. If you want to join in and be a part of us, you can create a player. You can join our Discord, and we will reach out to you, help you create a player. This is a user-based league where we use OOTP, out of the park baseball, to simulate games where every player has a user behind them, and you get to create your player, improve them from week to week, possibly get into the Hall of Fame, win some awards. It's a great experience, really worth giving it a try if you're even remotely interested in Sim League baseball. It's really, really fun. So,
number one baseball RPG, online RPG on the planet that is also completely free to play. We will never ask you for any money ever. It's all run by volunteers. We've all given tons of hours to this because we love it. There's no hidden agendas or anything, and this is a great stream to join. We have very talented graphics makers, and you're going to see that talent on display in the next pick that AJ is about to announce. So this could be you in about a couple months from now. If you create today, your player will be on this stream with a custom graphic for free.
Absolutely. And that was, for those of you who don't know, that was the voice of our commissioner of the league, Hummus God.
Hummus has asked me for money before, so I don't know what he's talking about.
You weren't supposed to. You signed the NDA, Enoch. What the heck?
Not supposed to talk about that. In the meantime, we also got several subscriptions. So thank you, Punk, for subscribing with Prime, D Straight for gifting a Tier 1 sub, and Nosbase for gifting a Tier 1 sub as well. Thank you very much to all of you for that. We're going to keep on rolling. Number 25, the San Antonio Sloths are next up. And with number 25 overall, they will be selecting cash considerations, Lumosity fan, starting pitcher for the Firehawks, aka one of the GMs of San Antonio. So this is a GM pick. And as always, the GMs submit quotes to kind of joke about themselves, with Lumo saying their own quote in saying, "I'm a total bust. Excited to be back on the Sloths. We obviously needed to replace our old starting pitchers at some point, and this was kind of required, so we thought, why not get me back on board?" So congratulations, Lumo, for drafting yourself at number 25. Next up at number 26 overall, the Outer Banks Aviators will be up with their next pick, and they will select Murphy LeSwift, user KDR from the Dillos, shortstop with 231 TPE, adding to the Aviators prospect pool, a infielder, Murphy LeSwift. So a big congratulations to you, Murphy LeSwift, for being drafted here at pick number 26 to the Aviators. They are very excited to have you on board. Next up, the forfeit for the cap penalty being the Nashville Stars, number 27. So we head to number 28. Enoch, you want to bring us on into your next pick?
You have 1 minute.
Oh, I guess. Yes, this is one of those that never actually made it into a trade. Trade thing. So, we traded for this pick.
Oh, okay.
So, anyways,
Do you remember what you traded?
hang on a second.
Oh, okay. All right, Enoch has some things going on. Maybe I'll just announce the pick and he'll come back in and give some comments. But at number 28, the New York Voyagers will select Boss Day Lead, relief pitcher from the Dillos, user K-Dub, 187 TPE. Kind of delay a little bit so that Enoch can get back in time to provide some comments. But Boss Day Lead, adding to the New York Voyagers pitching. He said he's going to be right back. Okay, so maybe we'll come back to Enoch's comments on this. Enoch having a little bit of IRL stuff going on, but no worries. We will continue on. But congratulations to Boss Day Lead for being selected to the New York Voyagers here at pick number 28. Next two were forfeit due to cap penalties, so we head on into number 31, the Indianapolis Apex. We'll make their selection here. At number 31, they will take Jim Silvera Jr., third baseman for the Kingpins, user by the same name, 213 TPE. We have a quote from Fetty, one of the Apex GMs, who says, "Jimmy came into the Season 48 rookie chat and was extremely energetic about the league. He had some excellent questions for me and showed genuine interest in the league, as well as being an OOTP veteran who has shown that he can earn. Jimmy also fit a future need for us at third base. I can see him making a big impact in the future if he falls headfirst into the league the same way many of us have before him. Welcome to the Apex, Jimmy." So heading to the World Series champions, Indianapolis Apex, we have Jim Silvera Jr. So congratulations to Jim Silvera Jr. for being selected here at pick number 31 to the Season 47 World Champion Indianapolis Apex. Next up, number 32 overall, Death Valley Scorpions have their next pick, and it is another GM pick as they will select Ray Xavier, starting pitcher from the Hepcats, user Person Man. Person Man sent a quote about his own player that just had the one word bust. But then Redria also messaged me just a little while ago saying that Redria actually scouted Person Man, so one GM scouting the other, and then provided me a quote as well saying, "This guy is the biggest bust in the draft, and it was 100% against my judgment to take him, but unfortunately this is the only pick we can make at this point since it's a GM pick. Hopefully he works out, but most of the war room thinks he will bust. Love you, PM Redria." So congratulations. We have another GM pick adding on here. Always funny to have the GMs roast themselves and their partners on the stream. So there's their second round draft. We have the third round coming up, and boy, oh boy, is there a lot of forfeits. It doesn't look, if you go from this slide to this slide, it doesn't really look like there's too many available picks here, but we only have three with the third round having only 3 individuals. But we have number 33 overall. HBJ, you want to bring us on into the Pathfinder's next pick?
Yeah. Well, this is where we thought we'd have Skola. Thanks, Enoch. But we didn't expect there to be any pitching this late. A lot of the starters who were there didn't seem like they'd be there. We wanted P-Dub, he went early. But we ended up finding a right-handed pitcher. A starter, in fact, in the 3rd round. You don't see that very often anymore. Roquefort Cotswold, I think it's said. But yes, we were very fortunate to have them at 226 TPE this late. I know Colby won the 2nd round at 243, but if you got a top 10 guy going this late, you got to get your eyes checked or your scouting department failed you. But yeah, no, Oakford Conswell, fantastic user. We hope very much to have them in our rotation in the next couple seasons, but we will see what happens from here. We are overjoyed to have them, and great pick on our part, in my opinion at least.
A great selection here. Roquefort Cotswold, congratulations on being drafted here at pick number 33 to the Toronto Pathfinders. That brings us to number 34 overall. The Buffalo Surge will be next up, and the Surge will select Lucas Winalito, McGritty 10 from the Firehawks. We have a quote from AW who says, "Super excited as well to be able to grab Winalito/McGritty here at this point of the draft. I feel like this is someone that could have easily been drafted much higher, but we were not letting them slip anymore. My former Ranas co-GM can now come join here in Buffalo, and we can both take the league by storm for that bot team decision. I think the player and user have a great future, and I am excited to say that it starts here today in Buffalo." So big congratulations to Lucas Winalito for being selected here at pick number 34. Lucas Winalito to the Surge. And then we have a punishment penalty being forfeit here at number 35. So at number 36, the Detroit Demons make their next selection, and they will take Matt, hi, my name is, starting pitcher from the Lemurs. We have a quote from Taco Shop who says, "I had a great chat with Matt, who is a first-time Sim League user, but not unfamiliar with only sports leagues. He came over from the Major League Reddit Ball League, where he brought a lot of excitement to our conversation. I can't wait for him to succeed over in this league." So congratulations, Matt, hi, my name is, for being selected here to the Demons with pick number 36. And that's the end of the 3rd round. After 3 picks, we have a lot of cap penalties forfeit here from 37 all the way to 48. So we'll head right on into the 4th round where there are no forfeit picks. Looks a lot cleaner now without all of the text as we head on into our next round. Number 4 in the draft. Number 49 overall, the Death Valley Scorpions now will select Pedro Serrano Jr. Curveball Bat Scared is the user, starting pitcher from the Lemurs, who says, and we have a quote from PM who says, "We came into this draft knowing we needed to bolster both our future rotation and bullpen, and with this pick, we are one step closer. We plan for Serrano Jr. to help lead the bullpen and to strike fear into opposing batters." So a big congratulations to Pedro Serrano Jr. Being selected here at pick number 49 to the Scorpions. If you guys are wondering why I'm going quickly, I just want to make mention, this is the biggest draft class that we've had since season 34. 71 players in this draft class. I just want to make mention of that. That's quite a long stretch of time since our last draft class of this size or larger. So quite impressive. And we'll head on into number 50. And you know that there are going to be at least one team in the late rounds that's going to be picking up all of the Flyers. So at number 50, the Vancouver Vandals are next up, and they will select McLovin Jr., third baseman from the Lemurs, user McLovin Jr., 192 TPE. We have a quote from Cody who says, "McLovin Jr. found PBE from the Red Sox subreddit, and his inspiration for his player is Rafael Devers. If their player turns out to be anything like Devers, we definitely hit on this draft pick. McLovin Jr., we are happy to get you for the hot corner, and welcome to the Vandals. So congratulations, McLovin Jr., being selected to the Vandals. No first name. His first name is McLovin. His last name is Jr., clearly. But yeah, McLovin Jr. heading to the Vandals here at pick number 50. Next up, Zach, you're back with number 51 overall here.
Awesome. All right. With the 51st pick in the PB draft, the Nashville Stars select Kenny DeNunez, user Swoosh, relief pitcher. Taylor actually talked to them a little bit. We're not sure if they are going to be minors only or not, or they might just get to like the cap and then go A. But hey, a bullpen arm is a bullpen arm. We hope they stick around. But pretty hopeful. Maybe we can get them to stay active. But regardless, good bullpen arm.
So congratulations, Kenny DeNunez, for being selected here to the Nashville Stars at pick number 51. Now at number 52, we have the Boise Raptors. Haven't seen this team in the draft in a while, and they're going to trade it. They're going to trade it to the Vandals, and the Vandals will send their 4th in season 49 in exchange. So number 52, the Vandals are back with another pick. At number 52, they select Wade Silliams Jr., starting pitcher from the Florida Flamingos. User Dudeman. Dudeman, a former Vandals GM, heading back to Vancouver here, being selected at pick number 52 to see if they can improve upon Wade Silliams Sr.'s career, which was a solid one regardless, but Wade Silliams Jr. has the potential to be even better. So congratulations to Wade Silliams Jr., Dudeman, for being selected back to the Vancouver Vandals. Next up, number 53, the Detroit Demons are next up, and they will select Orochi Kuriwilban, left fielder from the Wheelers. We have a quote from Taco who says, "This was a user I almost didn't scout because they had 106 TPE during the start of the draft, but then I saw their large bank account and thought something was off. It turns out they were earning and just weren't updated. I then had a wonderful conversation that made me excited for this late round selection in the draft. Can't wait to talk about this pick in the future." So congratulations, Orochi Kuriwilban, for being selected to the Demons here at pick number 53. Now, number 54, the Seattle Sea Serpents will select James Fittipaldi, relief pitcher from the Bears, user Ara. Quote from Musha, one of the GMs, who says, Ara came highly recommended by several War Room members, and it was refreshing to find an active user in the 4th round. We are glad to have them here in Seattle, and are hoping for big things out of this draft steal. We have another Bear being selected, this one to the Sea Serpents here at pick number 54, so congratulations, James Fittipaldi, for being selected here to the Sea Serpents. Number 55, the Boise Raptors are back after trading their previous 4th round pick, and with this one they will also trade it. It's going to the Apex in exchange for Indy's 4th rounder next season. So the Apex are now on the board at number 55 and will select Sam Nabring, user Snabring, position starting pitcher from the Bears, another Bear user here. And we have a quote from Fetty who says, "I had several great conversations with Sam, and we made several attempts to trade in and get him. While he isn't a top-tier prospect on paper, he was one of the latest joiners of his class only a few weeks in. I had excellent conversations with him and felt he would be a very positive influence on our locker room. I also feel that he has the potential to make a major difference in the War Room with his years of OOTP experience if he decides to stick it out. Welcome to the Apex, Sam." So congratulations, Sam Nabring, for being selected here to the Apex at number 55. All right, Zach, looks like it's just me and you in the call now. Everyone else kind of bailed out on us, but you're up next with number 56.
I'm here for a little bit longer. All right, so we did actually end up trading a season 54th for this pick. If you said that, I'm sorry, I'm multitasking. But with this pick, we selected left fielder Hal Jordan, user Arctic. That is also another sick render. I really like that. So I got to talk to Arctic a little bit. I know Arctic a little bit, just like from being in sim leagues. And we were excited to see that they were still on the board. they're not going to be a max earner, and we're okay with that. Again, we need hitting for future seasons. They're very open to whatever role we would need on the team, down the line, and definitely flexible on like what the team needs. So you can't really go wrong with that sort of flexibility when we operate the way we do sometimes as GMs. So welcome to Nashville Arctic.
Formerly known as Grayson Yates, if I'm not mistaken. Hal Jordan now the new create for Arctic, heading to the Nashville Stars. Now at number 57, the San Antonio Sloths are next on the board, and they will select Red Rockman, user Red Rock, relief pitcher from the Dillos. We have a quote from Lumosity fan who says, "We could not be happier to welcome Red Rock to the Sloths. As a new create, he's worked exceptionally hard to get up to speed on all things PvE and has already proven to be a very solid earner in a short time. As a former longtime commissioner of a GM league, recently retired, Red Rock really knows his way around OOTP and player builds. He's taken great care to really plan out the concept build for Red Rockman, and we are extremely excited about the potential impact Rockman is going to have on our bullpen in the near future. We had an awesome chat with Red Rock. He asks all the right questions and has insights, experience, and perspective that will be a boon to the Sloths locker room and hopefully war room for many seasons to come." So congratulations, Red Rock, for being selected here by the Sloths at pick number 57. Oh, I did another spoiler, but number 58, the Aviators select Big Poppy, another bear. The left fielder, Jada 123876, 164 TPE. Big Poppy adding into the Aviators prospect pool. This one, a left fielder from the Bears. We have another outfielder prospect for the Aviators. So congratulations, OBX. Lots of power from Dukeston for Big Poppy being selected here to the Aviators at pick number 58. All right, Zach, you're still with me here, right?
Yep, I believe this is our last pick. Spoiler. So with this pick, number 59, the Nashville Stars select Francisco Simmons, user Southie. I know my brother reached out to them on JSync. We haven't heard back yet, but for their amount of TB they have and where we're at in the draft, we thought this was a really good value. So welcome to Nashville Southie.
Lots of Bears in this draft. Another one with Francisco Simmons. Next up, number 60 overall, the Providence Crabs will select Food Poisoning. Starting pitcher from the Wheelers, Supremacy is the user, 135 TPE. Adding to the Providence Crabs Arm Barn as another prospect to bring in to their roster. Congratulations to Food Poisoning for being selected here at pick number 60. And number 61, the Lunar Base Space Rangers, my future team. They're going to pass. With their first pick of the draft here in the 4th round, they just pass. Moving on, number 62 overall, the Cancun Toros will select Hassan Captain, relief pitcher from the Kingpins, HCAP 9898. We have a quote from Twitchy who says, with the 62nd pick, the Toros select Hassan Captain. Cancun feels like they drafted a sleeper late in the draft, and we can't wait to help Captain develop into a quality bullpen arm. So congratulations, Captain, HCAP 9898, for being selected here to the Cancun Toros. Number 63, the New York Voyagers now are next up on the board, and the Voyagers will select La Picante Sauce, relief pitcher from the Dillos, user CK, 149 TPE. Adding to the New York Voyagers Arm Barn, another relief pitcher being drafted here in the 4th round, being brought on to hopefully round out the Voyagers prospect pool by adding in another potential pitcher to the roster. So congratulations, La Picante Sauce, for being selected to the New York Voyagers here. At number 64, we have a pass. Now we enter the 5th round. At number 65, we have a pass. At number 66, we have a pass. At number 67, we have Buffalo selecting Austin Morley, another Brew City Bear, catcher, user So Evil, 155 TPE. Morley, I think, played maybe one I think only one game. It was either one game or 6 games. There were a couple of Bears that were kind of either late joins or just haven't been earning a lot. So we're kind of getting into the flyer pick territory where, users might have had to step away from the league either for a little bit or for permanently. So some teams picking up some more draftees to try and bring them back to the league. If you are one of these players, please come back to the league. We'd love to have you, so it would be fantastic if you come back and join in on the 0-1 on the season. Okay, I wasn't sure. It would be fantastic for you all to come back if you're able to. But these last few picks, we're just gonna fire them off since they are users that maybe have stepped away from the league and haven't been earning in quite some time. Most of them have gone inactive at this point. So, and you'll notice a trend in the 4 teams that kind of stick around making picks here. But at number 68, the New York Voyagers will select Andrew Spikes, shortstop from the California Firehawks. Drew the Lions fan, a 100 TPE shortstop. Voyagers looking to bring them back to the PBE and to the league. Number 69, the Detroit Demons will pass. At number 70, the Seattle Sea Serpents will pass. At number 71, the Boise Raptors will pass. 72, the Rougarous pass. The San Antonio Sloths pass. The Outer Banks Aviators select baseball player, Darkness Rising left fielder from the Dillos, who I believe is the ISFL commissioner, if I'm not mistaken. I think they are.
Maybe used to be. I don't remember who actually the commission is.
Maybe they used to be. Maybe they still are. I thought they were still. Anyway, Darkness Rising, being selected here, baseball player. They thought that Darkness was the PBE commission now. It's probably news to Hummus. But yeah, we have official Hummus God seal of approval for Darkness Rising. Hopefully, a baseball player can come back to the league. Would love to see Darkness Rising in the PBE if they are willing to come back. But baseball player, congrats on heading to the Aviators. Next up, number 75, the Nashville Stars will pass. At number 76, the Providence Crabs select Andrew Coleman, user Coleman the Short, for the Swift Steeds. Right fielder, 107 TPE. Congratulations, Andrew Coleman. 78, the Cancun Toros will pass, as will the Indianapolis Apex at number 79. And you'll notice here about the 4 teams that are still picking here in the 5th round. Certain conference and division kind of tie them all together. Notice this is kind of weird. Something in the water at the Legends East, where they just love to keep bringing in additional draftees. Anyone that's 100 TPE can play again in the Prospect League. Yep. So Prospect League players and potential comeback kids for the league if they decide to head back. But 6th round, the Buffalo Surge will select Cam Maddox, starting pitcher from the Wheelers. Congratulations, Cam Maddox. We have the Voyagers selecting Zach Bailey at number 84 for the Kingpins. User 8 Iron Tim. Second baseman with 107 TPE. Congratulations to you for being selected to the New York Voyagers. Oh, we actually do have a quote. Sorry, from AW, who says, "I am not sure that they are around anymore, but I have seen Hookah Don6 in OOTP streams, so the hope is to potentially get some value here. It could be great collecting OOTP users if we can do it. Another potential hope at someone that may be around at least elsewhere." And we had Zach Bailey at number 84. At number 90, the Outer Banks Aviators select corner pocket, Papa Linator, starting pitcher for the Kingpins. This is kind of weird that 175 TPE. Would not expect someone this late to be picked up this late with 175 TPE. It's kind of weird. Corner pocket heading to the Aviators if they return to the league. I believe they're IA currently. I think all the rest of these are. Goes to the league. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Most of these users at this point are kind of inactive, so. Come back if you are one of these players and you're listening. Come on back to the PB. We'd love to have you back. Number 92, the Providence Crabs. We'll select Gabriel Finley, user Burrito Hour, starting pitcher from the Flamingos. So there's your 6th round picks: Maddox, Bailey, Pocket, and Finley. And we head to the 7th round with another 4 picks from the same 4 teams. The Surge select Pedro Martinez Jr., Yank 946 from the Dillos, a starting pitcher. Possibly brought could be brought back to the PBE potentially. From AW says for this pick and all future Buffalo Surge picks, they will have a home in Buffalo if they choose to come back to the league. So, Pedro Martinez Jr., you got a home in Buffalo if you do elect to come on back and rejoin the league. Adrian Jordan III will be the selection for the Voyagers at pick number 100, left fielder for the Bears. Bears. Another Bear user. And number 106, the Outer Banks Aviators will select Joseph Reed. Reedy or not. Or Reed you're not. I'm not sure what. I'm assuming it's the former. But starting pitcher for the Flamingos, 103 TPE, Joseph Reed to the Outer Banks Aviators. Legends Eats never passes. Some of these teams have before. Outer Banks usually doesn't. But next up, the Providence Crabs at number 108. Rob Banks will be the selection. Cromulent, the user, third baseman from the Dillos, heading to the Providence Crabs with pick number 108. Oh, it's Reedy O not? Okay. Rob Banks to the Providence Crabs. Congratulations for being selected at number 108. And now the 8th round. Another 4 picks by the same 4 teams. Buffalo Surge will take Gabriel Priest, user Priest of Gabe, starting pitcher for the Swifties. The New York Voyagers will select Nick Gilmore, starting pitcher for the California Firehawks, user N. Gilmore 21. The Outer Banks Aviators will select Bubba Frank, first baseman from the California Firehawks, user NLJ04. And the Providence Crabs will select Colin Storm, first baseman from the Kingpins. Braves Lol is the user. So congratulations to Priest, Gilmore, Frank, and Storm for being selected here to your respective teams in the 8th round. Come on back to the PBE. And we have the 9th round at number 131. The Buffalo Surge will select Frankie Francisco, Big Play J1220, starting pitcher for the Kingpins. At number 132, the Voyagers will select Hudson Potts, relief pitcher for the Louisville Lemurs, EBOT0907. At number 138, the Outer Banks Aviators select Hunter Bishop, NJF Games, starting pitcher from the Kansas City Hepcats. And at number 140, the Providence Crabs select Evan McCabe, shortstop from the Kingpins. Bloody Bucket is the user. So congratulations to these 4 users for being selected in the 9th round. And next up, the 10th round. The Surge will select Wes Derwachter, user West D, second baseman from the Lemurs. The New York Voyagers will select Nick Smith, user Smitty Hextall, first baseman from the Kansas City Hepcats. Got to pick all of them, Grizzy. Got to pick all the players. Nick Smith at 148 to the Voyagers. Number 154 to the Outer Banks Aviators will be Landon McDonald, user Landon MC421, shortstop from the Swift Steeds. 10th round is when they cost $3 million. Yeah, these teams are going to be in for a rude awakening when they find that out. Providence Crabs at number 156 select Joe Smith, second baseman from the Kingpins, user SMTY. So congratulations to Derwachter, Smith, McDonald, and other Smith for being selected here at the 10th round to a Legends East team. 11th round, the Buffalo Surge will select Jose Viscarte, shortstop from the Dillos. Mighty Joe is the user. And this is the point where they ran out of picks. So no more players left. Congratulations to all the draftees from season 48. Hopefully you made it to a majors team that you will hopefully enjoy in the future. Once you get called up, some great teams in the PBE. Something to love about every single one of them. So congratulations to every single one of the draftees in tonight's stream. Thank you once again to the Draft Graphics team for providing us once again with a lovely presentation for the draft stream. Thank you once again to chat for sticking around to this point, and thank you to the GMs of Toronto, New York, Nashville, and head office for coming on the call. And thank you to all of the GMs that sent me quotes. Much appreciated to every single one of you. Thank you very much. Coming up, this Saturday, June 8th, is the Minors Draft. Minor League Draft will be taking place June 8th, Saturday. Nosbase will be taking care of you there and presenting that stream. They will be doing that at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then on Sunday, we will have the awards stream at 2 p.m. Eastern with Don Marcus taking you through that one. That's Sunday, June 9th. And then we'll have spring training on Thursday and Saturday of next week as we kick off season 48. Thank you again very much, everyone, for sticking around, and thank you all to the GMs for Rookie Showcase tomorrow night as well. Be sure to tune in for that stream as well. I'm trying to find the 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time with Nosbase and Chadwick. So be sure to tune in tomorrow for the Prospect League, Saturday for the Minors Draft, and Sunday for the awards stream. Once again, thank you to all the GMs for sending in picks or for joining me in the call. And thank you to chat for sticking around at this point. And once again, a big thank you to our draft graphics team for a wonderful presentation. Another well done presentation. Very hard work, but we appreciate you doing it. So that's going to do it for us on tonight's stream. Hope you all have an excellent Friday tomorrow and a even better weekend. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.